Hello everyone, welcome to this segment. So in this segment, we are going to be looking at folder grouping. So what do we mean by folder grouping? Folder grouping is, for example, what we have been doing all this while is creating each route on their own. We have been creating each route on their own, but let's say we want to group different routes and put them in one folder, and we don't want that folder name to appear in the URL. So that's what we mean by folder grouping. And folder grouping is good for something like, let's say, like um, having different layouts for different section. Let's say, for instance, now you have a kind of let me say, user section and manager section, and the layout for manager should be different from the layout for users. So you just have to group all the managers route on one side, and you group all the users route on another side, and you can have one layout for the users and another layout for the managers. So when we are talking about folder grouping, this is how we do it. We use parenthesis, that is brackets. We use bracket in creating folder grouping. So let's go to our terminal and create something. Okay, let me go to this. Okay, we are in the app directory already. So let's create a folder grouping. So say mkdir. So we use brackets. We open a bracket. Let's call this. Okay, let's call this shop. Then we close the bracket. Hmm. Alright. Why is it showing? So if I do it like this, no, it's not what we want. Hmm. So using brackets in terms that is bash has special meaning. So that is why it is throwing this error. So we can use quotes. We can use quotes for it, or we can escape the brackets. So let's just use quotes. Let's use quotes. Let's use quotes. Mm, sorry. Okay. So let's ls now. All right, it's there now. So let's cd into it. We still have to use the quotes. Still have to use the quotes. So shops. Right. So we're in shops now. So if we create a page here, we are not going to see it in the browser. Okay, let's just do that so that you understand it better. Let's say touch page.jx, because this shops folder is just for grouping. It is not a route, it is just for grouping. So let's try it so that you see. I will copy this and paste it there. And let's close this. Close this. So oops, shops. If I put this here, so this is okay. This is shops. Let's say this is shops, for instance, of which it's not going to show. It's not going to show in the browser. So let's go to sorry. Let's go to our browser. Oops, sorry. Let's say shops. So you see you have a 404 error. The one up there is the header. Is that header we created? So it's showing 404 error. Let's put a bracket. Let's put a bracket. Let's put a bracket. Still 404 error, as you can see. 404 error. Even though we put a double quote, of which this is a wrong URL. I'm just doing it. Even the bracket. So let me just put the so that you know that it's not showing. So what we have done, that folder we've created, this shops folder is just for grouping. It's just for grouping, nothing more. It's not a route. So to create a route now, since we're inside shop now, we can create, let's say, a product route and a cart route. So let us say we want to create a cart route. So let's call this carts. Let's say we have a cart route, then we cd into the carts, then we create a page. Then let's go to our editor. I'm going to copy this. Then we have cards. Open the page, paste it. So let's call this cards and call this cats. Oh, save. Let me change it to my cats. So we can still create another route inside this route grouping again. We can call it product. We can create any number of routes we want inside there. But we have created a cat route now. So when we are entering the URL, let's go to our browser. When we are entering the URL, we don't need to put these shops again because it's just for grouping. We don't need to put the shops. We just need to put cats. We added S to the cat. We just put cats, and that's all. So let's wait for it to load. As you can see in the previous tutorial, we have header and footer. So you see the cat up there now, my cat. Or let me just comment. Let me just go to the layout and comment out the header and footer. So that we see the main stuff we have done. Go to app layout. Okay. Okay, let's comment this. Yes. Okay. Okay. Then we do this. Do this. We do this. This and this. So let's comment the footer as well. Do this. Do this. Do this. This. This and this. Save it. Then let's go to our browser. Okay, as you can see now, we have Lady My Cat now. We have only my cat. What we did here. Let me close this. what we have here now, my cat. That's what we have here now. So this is what we mean by folder grouping. The cat now is inside the folder grouping, which is inside the shops. The shops. We can still create products, we can create other routes inside that route group. We can create more routes inside the route group, and the route group will never show. So if you want something like um, you can use this route grouping where, like I said earlier, where you want something like you have different sections and you want to have different layout for them, or you don't want part of the you don't want some part of the route to show. So you can also use this route group to hide those ones. Then the one you want to show, that is the one you can make the main route. But the ones, in fact, you can even nest the route group. I've created shops route group. I can create another route group inside these shops again. You can nest them. Then the one you want to show, that is the one you use as the main route. Then that will be the one that will show in the URL. So I hope you've learned something from this. If you have any questions, you can drop down the comment section, and you can support me by subscribing to my channel or following my page so that I can continue more of this. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next segment.